Hi everybody and welcome to this new tutorial. My name is Alex and today we want to build together an interactive and dynamic translator with a voice assistant. This translator is able to translate from English to Hindi, from German to Russian and from English to Spanish. And I would say let's take a look at a quick demo so you will know what you can expect in this tutorial. Okay, let's go.
Hi there, nice to meet you. I am Melania, your personal translator. What is your name?
Alex.
Hi Alex, how can I help you?
Can you please translate something?
I will choose the right translator for you. Let me know the source language and the target language.
English to Hindi.
Got it. You need a translator from English to Hindi. What can I translate for you?
I have to buy new shoes.
मुझे नए जूते खरीदना है.
Tomorrow I want to go to the supermarket.
कल मैं सुपरमार्केट में जाना चाहता हूँ.
Switch translator.
I will choose the right translator for you. Let me know the source language and the target language.
German to Russian.
Got it. You need a translator from German to Russian. What can I translate for you?
Berlin ist die Hauptstadt Deutschlands.
Берлин является столицей Германии.
Übersetzer wechseln.
I will choose the right translator for you. Let me know the source language and the target language.
English to Spanish.
Got it. You need a translator from English to Spanish. What can I translate for you?
I like to play soccer.
Me gusta jugar al fútbol.
My friend goes to the gym.
Mi amigo va al gimnasio.
Switch translator.
I will choose the right translator for you. Let me know the source language and the target language.
Turn off translator.
It was a pleasure to do the translation job. Wish you a great day.
Okay, so this was a quick demo, what you can actually expect in this tutorial. I hope you like it. And if it is the case, let's directly jump into the coding part, okay? See you there. Okay, before we start the coding part, first of all, let's take a look at the main requirements. Here I've provided a short file. We want to build together a voice translator. The name is Melania. And the main requirement is we want to build 3 different translators from English to Hindi, German to Russian, and English to Spanish, okay? So that means we have to work with 2 different input languages. You see it here, English and German. This is why we have 2 input languages and 4 output languages. And now you may ask, I just see here Hindi, Russian, Spanish. These are 3. Why do we have here 4 different languages? I mean, the question is actually, or the answer is actually quite straightforward, because our default language is English, okay? So we want to interact with our voice translator or with our Melania in English, okay? This is why we also need to consider this language here. What you also need to remember, every time we work with input languages, we have to build or we have to work with speech-to-text libraries, okay? So the logic looks like this. I have this microphone here, okay? And then I want to say something inside the microphone or in the microphone, okay? Then the system in the back end takes what I say, takes my speech, okay, and converts it to a text. On the other way, when we have the output languages, we have a text, okay, and this text will be converted to speech. And then we can actually play it and we can actually listen to the text which is actually spoken, okay? This is simplified, explained what this is all about, okay? Just remember, input language equals speech to text and output language equals text to speech, okay? That's it. That means in the first step, what we need to do, we have to build 2 functions, okay, which are able to convert speech to text, and 4 functions which are able to convert text to speech, okay? So this is a short introduction, or let's say this is the fundamental part. And now let's go back to our Jupyter Notebook. In this example, as I told you, we will use the Jupyter Notebook as our IDE, but as always, if you want to use another IDE, feel free to do it. It really doesn't matter what kind of IDE you will use, okay? So now, before I actually type something here, let's start with our installations, okay? So let's open up the command prompt or the CMD, and first of all, we need to install a few libraries here, okay? So the first one is pip install speech recognition, okay? Let's run that, and you will see that I've already installed all the packages on my device, okay? But for you, if you don't have it installed already, please go ahead and do it. The second one is import GTTS. Sorry, not import. This is pip install GTTS, okay? And GTTS is the abbreviation for Google Text to Speech. Then number 3 is play sound, okay? Pip install play sound. Let's install this one. And afterwards, we also need to install the translators library, okay? Pip install translators. Okay, now we have successfully installed 4 different libraries here. Let's go back to our IDE and split this up in 3 or 4 sections. Okay, so the first one, we have here the imports. Okay, this is number 1. Then number 2 is the code building part. Code building. And then we have the code execution. Code execution. Execution like this. Okay. And finally, we also have the, I'd call it example and preparation part. Okay. So examples and preparation. So you don't have to name it like this. This is just for me. Okay. Here we want to do our imports. Here we build our code. Here we want to execute it. And here I want to separately test different features or code snippets before I integrate them into the code building part. Okay, that's it. Now let's proceed with the imports. The first one is import speech recognition. Okay, like this, as SR. And this SR is actually our abbreviation, or let's say our alias for speech recognition. Okay, this is number 1. Number 2 is from GTTS. We have to import GTTS. Okay, it looks like this. Here we have everything in small letters. Here just the first G is in small letters. The remaining part is in capital letters. Okay. Next one is import play sound. Number 3. And number 4 is import translators STS. Okay. Here this is also again our alias for translators. What we also can import right now is the following: import OS. Okay. So this is operating system. This is integrated in Python. That means we don't have to install it separately through our command prompt. Okay. Now let's run the cell. Okay. We don't have error messages. And this is actually the first part. Okay. Now let's continue with the code building. Okay. And I also would suggest, first of all, let's remind ourselves what we want actually to build. So English to Hindi is the first requirement. Number 2 is German to Russian. And number 3 is English to Spanish. Okay. All right. So As you can remember, first of all, we have two input languages, English and German. And here again, we have to work with speech to text. Okay. Now let's go ahead and build it. Okay. And first here also I want to provide one comment. Convert speech to text. So we can use the text for the next step. Okay. So now let's build our first speech to text function. And the name will be Melania listen en, okay, for English. And don't forget, Melania is the name of our voice translator, okay? So first of all, what we have to do inside the function is we need to create a recognizer, okay? We need to create a recognizer. Here we choose one variable, it's r, equals to sr dot recognizer, and remember sr is actually the alias for speech recognition. Okay, then number two is we need to create a source. Okay, that means here we can work with the with statement with sr dot microphone, okay, as source, because this should be actually our source. Okay, what we need to do here is in the next step create another variable, audio equals to r dot listen, and we want of course to listen to our source. Okay, this is the whole logic behind this one. And actually I can provide another comment here, use the listen function so the recognizer can catch the source, okay, which is our microphone. This is the whole concept behind it. Okay, now next one, we need to provide another variable. Text is equal to r dot, okay, r dot recognize, and now you see here we have different APIs we can work with, okay, Bing, Google, IBM, Sphinx, and so on and so forth. We want to go on with the Google API, okay, we choose this one, recognize Google. Then what do we want actually to convert? This is our audio file, okay, here our audio file should be converted. And then in the next one, we also need to provide one language. Okay, this language here is EN for English, and this is actually almost it for now. The only thing we have to modify here or to add here is the fact that we just want to have text in small letters. Okay, so we don't want to distinguish between small letters and capital letters. Okay, everything should be in small letters. That means text dot lower. Okay, so text equals to text dot lower, and then in the last step we want to return text. Okay, so don't forget we have here a function and we need to return something. Okay, let's run it. No error messages. This looks actually quite fine. For now, let me just remove this empty line, and yeah, I guess this should be actually fine. Okay, this is it. And now let's take a look if this actually works. Let's see if I can say something into my microphone and get back a text. Okay, this is why I've actually provided these examples in preparation section. We can test these things out. Okay, so let's go ahead for Melania listen en. Okay, and now we have actually to say something. And what I can do here is the following. I provide one variable and then I want to print this out. Okay, so let's go. Hi everybody, my name is Alex and I want to try out the new program. Okay, so you see this worked. Okay, so the system understood what I've said and printed out this text here. Okay, This is actually the power of speech to text. Okay, now this was the first one. The second one, we actually need to do the same, with the only difference that now we want to work with the German language as our input language, okay? And I mean, this was the basic. What I want to do now is I want to copy everything and paste it directly underneath, okay? This is it. And here, what I want to do now is, so this comment or this part of the comment, I will just remove, okay? And replace it with our language. I guess this is better, okay? English. And now we have here German, okay? German. The difference here is we need to rename the function. This is Melania listen DE, okay? DE stands then for German. And here, within the language parameter, we also have to replace EN with DE, okay? And this is right now the only difference. So you see, you need once understand the structure, and then you can actually replace it and choose any other language you want to have, okay? So let me run this cell. And now I also want to do the test, okay? That means Melania listen, DE. And now I want to say something in German and check it out if I got back the text in the correct format. Okay, let's go. Hallo zusammen, heute ist ein wunderschöner Tag. Awesome, so this worked, okay? So here I've said, hello everybody, today is a wonderful day. Okay, this is the German translation. And this worked very, very good, okay? So again, choose any language you want to have, and then just copy this one and replace this parameter here, okay? And then you are good to go. So this was actually it for the speech to text, okay? We have used the speech recognition module. And now in the next step, we need to do the different part, the text to speech, okay? And this is what we have imported here, Google text to speech. Let's proceed and let's build it. That means we have to start building our next function, okay? And here, let me just provide one short comment. This is convert text to speech. And we start again with English, okay? Because English is our default language. Now we need to create a function, and the name should be Melania underscore talk, English, okay? Here we have Melania listen. Now we have Melania talk, okay? And here we need to provide one parameter, or let's say an input parameter. Let's just call it for now as text, okay? This is the input. And then step number one is create an audio file, okay? We have a text, and all of this text we have to create an audio file. Let's provide one file name. The file name should be audio underscore data.mp3. Then next one, we want to convert text to speech, and this can be actually done with this library here, okay? So here we have TTS for text to speech equals to GTTS. Then we have to provide parameters. So you see it here, for example. This is one of the advantages of Jupyter Notebook. If you go ahead and type GTTS, go for the brackets, and now you can click on this plus sign here, and you see a documentation, okay? And you also can see here that we need to provide one text parameter, okay? Let's go ahead and do it. So text equals to text, okay? So this is the parameter we have to provide, and this is actually the input value, okay, which is this one. Then comma, and language, okay, here we have also to provide one language, and the language here is English, okay? Now, in the next step, we have to save the file. That means now, let's go ahead with tts dot So give me 1 second. Yep, TTS save. And here we need to provide the name, what we want to save. It's this one. Okay. Next step is after we have saved it, we want to play the file. That means now we go ahead with the play sound module. Okay, play sound dot play sound file name. And remember, we have imported play sound here. Okay. So next one is we want to remove the file. Okay. So remove file. And now we need to import, we need to work with the OS module, okay? So with the operating system module, os.remove. And here I want to remove the file name. So every time we make use of this function, we want to create an audio file, convert it to text-to-speech. Then we want to save the file, play the file, and remove the file, okay? This is the whole logic behind it. Okay, now I would say let's run this snippet or this whole part and take a look if now we are able to type something in and get back an audio file. Okay, let's see. So this is Melania Talk EN. Let's go ahead and check if this works. Okay, let's go. So Melania Talk EN. Okay. Let's say, hi there, nice to meet you. Okay, let's run the cell.
Hi there, nice to meet you.
Okay, this works. This is awesome. And now in the next step, what we need to do, don't forget, we have 3 more output languages, okay? Hindi, Russian, and Spanish. Okay? So that means I can just proceed again, copy that one and paste it directly underneath. The logic will be the same as in the last functions we have created. We just need to do a few modifications, okay? So let's proceed right now. Let's see. Let's proceed with Hindi, okay? So now we have Melania Talk HI for Hindi, okay? And the language also should be different here. So let's say language HI. Okay. So let's run this cell. And now I need to change it from Melania Talk EN to HI. Okay, to Hindi. But now I need to provide something in Hindi. Okay. And since I'm not able to talk Hindi, we need to use either DeepL or the Google Translator. Okay. So let's go for the Google Translator. Here we want to choose Hindi. So let's see where it is. Hindi is here. We have here our input language is English. Okay. So English, where is it? Here. Now let's say, actually what we can do here is the following. Let's just copy this line. Paste it here, and this is, according to Google Translator, this is the proper translation, okay? So guys, if you want to leave a comment and tell me if this is the correct translation, now I have to rely on the Google Translator, okay? I will copy this part, go back to the notebook and paste it here. And let's see if this works. So this is it, right? Yep, this is it. Let's see.
Namaste. आपसे मिलाकर अच्छा लगा.
Okay, so again guys, let me know if this is the correct translation or not. Now I need to rely on this. Next one, we have Russian, okay? So copy this part, paste it here, and now let's replace a few things. So Melania Talk RU for Russian, and language also has to be changed, okay? RU, or RU, sorry. Okay, so now this should look fine. Let's run it. And now let's also test out this function here. So Melania Talk RU. Let me just replace the text. And here, for example, I can proceed here. So what I want to do is now I want to translate it to Russian. So where is the Russian language here? It's here. And let me just change the sentence. Let's say I want to go to the supermarket. Okay, so this is the Russian translation. I will copy that one, copy this, and paste it here. Okay, let's see if this works.
Я хочу пойти в супермаркет.
Okay, it took a few seconds, but it works.
Я хочу пойти в супермаркет.
Okay, so this is correct. Actually, I speak Russian, and this is why I can confirm that the translation was done properly. Okay, and the last output language is Spanish. Okay, again, copy this part, paste it here, and let's do our modifications. So Melania talk ES for Spanish, and here we can also replace RU with ES. Okay, let's do it. And now back to the translator. Now we want to have this translated in Spanish. Okay, so copy that one, paste it here, and also replace the old one with the new one. So Melania talk ES, it's the new one. Okay, this is our text, our input, and now let's run the cell.
Quiero ir al supermercado.
Okay, so guys, this was actually the whole basic concept. Okay, we have built together 6 functions. 2 of them are input languages, and we have worked with speech to text. 2 of them are input languages and speech to text, and 4 of them are output languages, where we have used the text to speech module. Okay, so this was actually the basic part. I will leave you like this, or leave you with this, okay, as our video number 1. Okay, and in the second part we will then proceed with the continuous logic. Okay, so thank you very much, and I see you in the next video.